Hopefully everyone can see my screen here, and hopefully everyone can see everything that I'm going through. All right, so, okay. My name is Casey Dempsey, and I'm one of the teacher candidates here, and I'm teaching kindergarten, and this is going to be my third year teaching kindergarten. And I did a case study on one of my students that I'm going to say Alex, and we're going to talk about what Alex is. So, Alex overview. He's in kindergarten. He just turned 5. In the state of PA that I live in, kindergarten is not a required grade to attend. So you can be age 4, and he just turned 5 in August, so he's so young. His family situation is not so great. He did get into the McKinney Act, which is like presumed homeless, and he lives with his parents. Both of them are still together. He has one sibling, and he has two half siblings that are much older than him. He speaks English and Spanish at home. Um, like I said, it's unstable home. Both his parents are very involved. I feel like his dad is more involved than his mom. The other thing is that he's absent 2 to 3 times a week. And when I say that he's absent a lot, it's due to missing the bus, having to be sick all the time, things like that that are more consistent. I've been realizing as we go on. And we've been in school for 54 days now. All right, so his strengths. Let's talk about that. He is really good at writing when he wants to, though. I must say he just turned 5 in August, so he's pretty good at writing his name when we tap out the word like cat, at, cat, things like that. He's pretty good at writing sentences, but I want to tell you that he has some some things happening right now that I feel like it's kind of deteriorating and is making it harder for him. He's great at following directions and he loves helping you. He's very highly motivated by helping other friends. And when I say works independently when needed, that means that he has a hard time concentrating at times, at moments. So, understanding the deep content of knowledge of student success. So I kind of give like a description of it and how this applies to Alex. And like I said, he differentiates lessons in reading, writing, and math. He's designed engaging and multiple meaningful tasks. That exceptional writing strength, like I said. He likes the hands-on visual support to strengthen comprehension and motor coordination as well. Okay. So areas of focus right now, we're under evaluation of IEP. He's in tier 3 math and reading support. So this is the thing I feel like when they test them in the very beginning of the school year, it's kind of hard because I feel like the child can be like scared or nervous to talk to someone they don't know. So that's why I feel like he landed in the tier 3, but our cycle 1 ends November 17th, which is a Tuesday, I believe, and hopefully he'll get out of that. For him, the needs was to find gross and motor skills from initial observations. We did like a pencil holding grip lesson in the very beginning of school year. The physical therapist came in, occupational therapist came in, and we all talked about how to hold the pencil grips and how to just like kind of engage, see who needs that extra support. And he was like one of those friends. In Chance's classroom participation, and trying to get that IEP and then trying to get his mom and dad to sign it is like the hardest thing. I feel like it's like a hit or miss with mom and dad sometimes to get those things working and going. All right. And so making content accessible and meaningful, like I said, reading and writing, like having those picture stories, help him understand, having those like visual cue cards on his desk so he can point to it if he wants to, if he doesn't feel like talking. Math is just like having the manipulatives, like counting and classroom objects. I have like a busy box I have that has like number cubes, it has the counting bears, it has the links, things like that that they can pull out to help them count during math. And I feel like that kind of helps them with the grabbing and motor fine motor skills and things like that. Also, like listening, having those gesture cues, like I said, encouraging there's like repetition further, like echo reading, like when you fly, when we read a sentence, I read it first and then they can read it, and modeling that, feeling like that. It just depends on his needs. Both can be like challenging and intent of standard four. Okay. So academic performance and assessment. He's writing above grade level. He's has strong comprehension skills. It's just when he wants to. Working in decoding and phonics mastery. His assessment's been going down, and I feel like you'll see that when I show you an example of one of his work. I just feel like it's a lot of things are going on at home, and it's kind of making his behavior come more out. You know what I mean? And having that scaffolding and having those small group times with him. Okay. So encouraging the peer collaboration during literacy centers to improve those listening skills, social skills, having those reading specialists to come in during those times. So they'll come during win time, which is like that catch up time, and it comes in right after recess. So like they get to time to spend that morning in math with a math specialist, and then in the afternoons have that time with 20 minutes with a reading specialist to accommodate those IEP goals that we're trying to work with him. And continue to reflect on his own content and exercise, inform his scaffolding integration. Okay, his behavior can be impulsive, especially physical aggression. I feel like this is the hardest thing because his mom says that he's the one that's getting bullied, and it's not. He's the one that's showing the leadership in those things, and he's the one that's kind of bullying the other friends. He could be really distracted by things going on. Like it doesn't bother him. And I think that's kind of like his social and like family life too, is something that he just kind of gets numb to, which is so sad. And like, yeah. And I talked to the school psychologist and we talked about some things that she's been observing, and she's kind of going on ODD, like defiance. So just trying to find a way that we can help him and show him that he can earn it. Right now, we're doing like a behavioral plan with him to show him that like green thumbs all the way through, blue thumb if he earned some, okay, and yellow is like not so good day. And we reflect that with his other peer mentor that he chose to talk to. And he gets to feel like encouraged and have those like great moments. And at the end of the day, if the percentage is higher than the 60%, then he will be able to go and, be able to do whatever he wants to do. I'm sorry, the washer's like so loud. Um, Another thing I noticed is that like supporting services, like I said, is tier 3 math and reading support. He gets pulled every single day. Regular classroom integration strategies, and a potential IEP that his mom and dad need to sign off the motor and sensory skills, especially like when he's about to pick up anything, he kind of like smells and licks it, and then he gets to it. And here's something I wanted to show you. Like I said, his work was so good in the very beginning of the school year, and now I feel like he's becoming more, you can see the behavior shine through and how he kind of flips out when he has to do the work. So, yeah. Everything next steps is to continue scaffolding, fine motor skill practice, just having that recommendations from the OTPT, and having that hopefully his mom and dad can send an IEP, provide that accommodations for extended time for assignments, and collaborating with parents to help those things. What I've learned about Alex is about his styles of strengths, how to data inform some of the instructional and assessment decisions, and how to help him in growth reading and motor skills and math and things like that. So if you know anything that I can implement, please let me know and share. All right. Thank you. All right.